So as you guys might know, I actually have some personal theories because Chapter 11 just came out in Piggy. So what I'm thinking is that's where Mr. P... Let's try that again. I think he will be going into a laboratory in Chapter 12 because I think that this area looks like he'd be going into a laboratory of some sort. Because that's where Mr. P does all of his experiments. Now, as you guys know, in Chapter 4, in the beginning, Doggy is with the character. But, in a few minutes, he basically instantly turns infected right here. And then he's gone. And you can also see the potion lying on the ground. Now, but what can explain this? You see Mr. P here, and then the next part is a bit weird. You go to the hospital, but why do you go to the hospital? And you see Doggy back there. So that explains why I think Doggy might just be coming back in the next chapter. It is possible. Now, in Chapter 7 at the end, Bunny drinks the potion that Mr. P gave her, which turns her infected. But is she actually infected? Bunny could be immune. Here's why. If you remember, everyone, when they drank the potion, they almost instantly turned into the infected. Bunny, she took hours to turn into the infected, which does mean it is possible for her to come back next chapter along with Doggy. And now here's where another theory comes into play. So at this part, as you can see, there is many military piggies behind them. So here's what I think. Since they have to stay behind, Pony and Zizzy have to stay behind to hold off the soldiers, I think they're going to come back in the next chapter, but not as you might expect. I think they might be infected next chapter. They might be working with Mr. P as his, top people. And as you can see, they are getting, stuck. They have to stay to hold them off. And that is what I think that might happen in Chapter 12, because Zizzy and Pony might come back infected. Now, as you might know, there is a note in Chapter 10, I think it is, that says, don't trust the S. But in, I think it's Chapter 9, they say, no, it's Chapter 10, they say, I think I tracked a helicopter signal. Now, signal starts with an S, and I think the second letter, you can kind of see it, is an I, so it might be signal, or it also could be sisters, which means the people who are watching George in the end of Chapter 10 could be evil, which means they might come back in Chapter 12 working with Mr. P. Another personal theory is I think they will come look for George, they will come to the lab, then find out that they are there, and then other stuff could happen, like the sisters working with Mr. P to get George and turn him infected. So guys, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.